Alright, so today we're doing a paternity court review video, and the title of this video is Secret Visits to Her Ex in Vegas. That's the full episode if you guys want to go check that out on your own after. That's up to you. But yeah, welcome to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, show some support, get the channel going. But without any further ado, I'm going to jump into this video. I'm not even going to waste no time. I'm not even too long talking. Let's get it.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Yancey, you are here to save your family by proving to your boyfriend that he fathered your 7-month-old son, Kahari. You testify that his paternity denial is tearing you apart. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Thomas, you claim that after finding pictures of Ms. Yancey and the baby with another man, you are convinced you are not Kahari's biological father. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Yancey, tell us why this court date is so important.
Well, it's important because, we've been having a few issues ever since my baby was born. It would go, he was there through the entire pregnancy, and we would go back and forth after the baby was born about, the baby doesn't look like him, the baby looks like me, or, the baby.
So you feel like this paternity resolution is important in terms of saving your relationship?
Yes, Your Honor.
So your relationship's on the line, Mr. Thomas? A lot going on right now because of these paternity doubts?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
What do you mean? Do you feel like you don't know if you're going to stay or you're going to go? Where are you at with this?
Right now, Your Honor, it's hard, because I do love her and all. And throughout the whole relationship, we always talked about having a child together. But, now it's like we're at a point where it's a child, but I possibly might not be the father, so it kind of hurts, so.
And Kahari is 7 months old. And you worried about, is it your baby?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Yancey, talk to me about the nature of your relationship with Mr. Thomas during the period of time right before you got pregnant.
We were just getting back together. We were still,
There was a little brief breakup?
Yes.
Okay.
He was seeing somebody, and then I started seeing somebody, but basically the
breakups always get sticky. Like, once you go on a break, I swear, that's like you just inviting the devil in your relationship. I swear on everything. Because in that little span of time, only God, He knows what's really going to happen with that other person. So, yeah, my advice would be to work it out, man. Work it out.
From us just not being pretty much truthful with each other. And
yeah, and even like she said, even at the time we were both seeing someone, we were still seeing each other. So it wasn't like
Were you broken up or were you together?
more like friends with benefits.
yeah, well,
But were you also dating and sleeping with other people?
I didn't start dating and sleeping with other people until Maurice had seen me giving my friend a ride. We were going out. He seen me at the gas station with him, and all this stuff came out. He started cussing me out and texting me and calling me out my name. And
Well, yeah,
he was following me in my car.
If you're in a relationship with somebody,
we weren't in a
you don't
relationship,
go and
like-
give another man a ride and not.
But I thought y'all said you all were broken
Right,
up.
exactly.
Boy, too emotional. You see what I'm talking about with these breaks? Because that's apparently her friend. And if you guys are on a break, then technically she's allowed to have a friend. Like, that shouldn't have been the issue. And here you go, jumping out the window, ready to crash out. It's a bad look.
When we were breaking up,
That's not
to
correct.
me, I felt like we were over.
If we were over,
and I told him that multiple times.
If we were so
we're
over,
done.
you
Don't
would-
call me. Don't come to my house. Do not disturb me, leave me alone.
But
he
at the same
continued to
time,
be
she's
persistent.
still calling me. She'll still come to my mom's house, ask me for little things, you know what I mean, to help her out with this or that. And I would. So if we're so broken up, there's no need for you to come ask me. Go ask your new friend. If you're messing
And
with
that's
somebody.
fine. And that's fine. So why would you take it upon yourself to follow me in my car
And that's the thing. See,
I'm talking to my new friend. Why are you following?
She said I was following her, but at that time, where we live at, it's the weekend, so everyone goes to the gas station, they hang out, and then they go to the clubs. That's all we're doing.
Is that what we doing now?
For you.
That sounds like high school. Y'all look too old to be hanging out at the gas station. That's like what you do after the high school football game. Go over to the gas station and to the fast food restaurant. You all too old for this in more ways than one.
Right.
Yo, this judge would be surprised. She said you guys are too old for this. You got too old for it. You matured and you grew. A lot of people didn't grow from high school days. Some people didn't grow from college days. Some people didn't grow from fucking their 20s or their 30s or their 40s. Some people get stuck at different age groups. So it is what it is.
Well, Mr. Thomas, take me to the time you found out Miss Yancey was pregnant. When did you find that out?
We were sitting at my mom's house, and, you know, she came and she said that she took a pregnancy test and she's pregnant. And I'm like, you know, I was happy for the simple fact that over the years, we were trying to conceive and have a baby. And I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, yes, it finally happened. And then after she told me, she left and texted me that the baby might not be mine.
That's correct.
Oh!
And I told him, and once I started thinking about the conception date and the day I conceived, we were on a breakup. And I was seeing someone else. And so was he.
But it's like you were already seeing someone before the breakup, if that's the case.
No, if that's the case, it was the same with you.
Unfortunately, we've got to focus on your sexual practices during the time, Ms. Yancey, because we have a paternity question concerning Kahari, which is your baby.
I was just thinking that, like, what the hell does him having to do with, what does him and his life with other females have to do with you guys being in paternity court today? We're talking about the baby that you had right now. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about nothing else. Like,
See, when you get in this loosey-goosey phase, nothing good comes of it.
Right.
There's no boundaries. You all still having sex with each other, presumably unprotected. And then you still out there having sex with other people too. All that matters. It makes a mess that you have to then figure out how to clean up. And we all got the tools to mess up. But then we act like we don't have the materials to clean up.
Right. Yes.
That's what this courtroom is. We're the cleanup court. That's what we do. We clean up messes here so that Kahari doesn't have to live in it. Was Mr. Thomas supportive when you were pregnant with Kahari? Was he there for you?
Yes, Your Honor, absolutely.
all right, guys, before we go forward, I'm going to interrupt you guys real quick. I just want you guys to check out the ads that's running on the screen. If you guys are interested in anything that is being displayed, just feel free to click the link in the description and it will take you to the Amazon website where you can make your purchase. And that is just another way to support me, support the channel. And yeah.
Your Honor, absolutely.
The whole way?
The whole way.
Even though you sent that text back and said it might not be your child?
Yes, I explained to him that, you know, I was skeptical.
And even though she was skeptical, you know, she told me, and I had my doubts, but at the same time, it was like the 50% chance it is mine. I don't want to have the son, you know what I mean, born in this world without being there for him. So regardless, I stepped up and,
Right, as you
I
should.
chose to be there for her.
You made the choice.
Yes, regardless, I made the choice to be there, you know what I mean, and help
And
out with everything.
throughout the pregnancy, you were there. Doctor's
Correct.
appointment, you went there when Kahari was born, you were at the hospital.
That's correct.
So when you see the baby, newborn, beautiful baby, what were you thinking?
The first thing I was thinking, I mean, I was overcome with emotions, you know what I mean? I'm happy, I'm like, you know, it's about time. I see him, and it's like, he's a handsome young man, but I just don't feel like he's mine.
Why? Who did he look like?
He looked like his mother.
So what's wrong with that? I mean, it's a new baby. She's the mother.
Hey, yeah, and it's true, but you know, it's this thing I used to say, like, if it looks like the mother too much, then it might not be the father or something.
Oh, boo.
Wait, now did you make this up or this is something you heard?
No, that's just something I came up with myself, Your Honor.
Okay, you came up with this yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that baby does not necessarily look like him at all. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not his baby. I just want to put that out there. It doesn't look like that's his baby, to be honest.
So did you sign the birth certificate even though the baby looked like Miss Yancey?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what you talking about then?
Just being in a hospital, watching her being born, being in a whole pregnancy, just being in the moment, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to go through all that and not believe that they're not the father or nothing, you know? So, of course, I signed it. Just emotions and overwhelmed with love for him and her and just being there at the time.
All right, I'll accept that. Because even though that's the wrong thing to do, that's honest what you said. You got caught up in the emotion of it. You loved her. You loved the baby because you thought it could potentially be your baby.
And then I also have a son of my own, and he had like an extra little pinky finger, and Kahari also had that when he was born. So that sort of eased out all the doubts I had, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you had a son who was born with the sixth finger.
Yes.
And so when Kahari was born with it,
I noticed the same thing. So that just took out all the little...
This is a super, random thought. Do you guys know what causes that whole, sixth finger? I've met a few people in my lifetime that had that, and I don't know what causes that, or, how, can they cut it off? If anybody knows about that, just comment about it so I can see.
Doubt or whatnot I had, and
okay, and you felt like, you know what?
I felt like he's mine.
This is my
I'm
baby.
here, yes.
And I'm going to sign this birth certificate.
That's correct.
When do you start doubting again?
We had took a trip to Fresno to go visit family, and I ended up going through her phone, and I noticed that she has pictures with Kahari and other man that could possibly be the father.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, that's messy business. Why the hell? That is crazy. And then you're in paternity court right now with this guy, but yet you had a whole next man claiming your baby. Why would you do that? That's nuts.
Yes. Why were you taking pictures with the other guy, Miss Yancey?
My mom looked at him and she told me straight up, I don't think that that's Maurice's son, and I think that you should get in contact with his biological father.
And that's cool and all, but at the same time, if we're together, why couldn't you have just told me? Why hide it and make it a big deal? You know what I mean?
I wasn't trying to hide it. I just felt like there was a particular time and place for that.
But you realize by not telling him, that just fueled his doubt even more.
Right. And I understand that. I can understand where he's coming from on that aspect. And so, like I said, I never meant for it to go that way, but my intentions was to explain to him and tell him.
But after how long? Because we were back for, like I said, 4 or 5 days, and then we had an 8-hour ride together. And then, you could have talked to me in the car anytime in between.
How long ago did you take the family trip?
About 2 months.
Oh, it's just 2 months ago?
Yes.
What has it been like for the last 2 months?
It's been kind of hard because, I've grown to love him. We've got a bond together. And, after seeing that picture, it's like, if you feel like this, then why should I continue to be around if you're trying to put him or put another man in his life that hasn't been there or doesn't want to be there?
Oh, the other man doesn't want...
He doesn't know that, and that's not true.
I'm just saying, I'm the only one that's been there, and...
He doesn't want to give the other man an opportunity.
I'll give him an opportunity.
Does the other man want to be in?
Yes, he does.
He does.
If he does, and if it's not mine, then I'll step away, and he can be in his life.
And that's what he feels. He's gonna step down to let the other man take care of his child.
Yeah, it's his child.
Which is ridiculous because we have a whole family. We're in a relationship. We have a house.
Is this girl crazy? What? Did I just hear? What is that? What? Nah. Whoa. This girl is nuts. She's lost a couple of her marbles for sure. That's crazy. I'm not even gonna comment on that. That's just crazy.
Have a house, we have a car, we have everything intertwined.
Yeah, we were in a relationship, and we were in a relationship when we took that family trip. But
Right.
in your eyes, you didn't come and tell me as a family. So
Well, let the church say amen. Miss Yancey, I have to agree with Mr. Thomas's logic. I think you should have informed him in advance.
He wouldn't have went for it at all.
So
And
you
that's
felt
just
like
known.
he would have just said no.
He either would have said no, or he would have given up on us and said, do what you're gonna do.
she's still having communications with this guy, and without me knowing.
I'm not really having
You're not really having communications, but then again,
Only
you're.
if it's important.
Oh,
I
but
send him pictures
what's
of the
important,
baby.
Your Honor? If he's not around, well, how is it important to him? He's not there every night,
So you
waking up, changing, making
send him
bottles.
pictures of Kahari?
Every now and again.
And that's something I just found out right now. I never knew that.
Yeah, just like I found out just recently when we took the trip to Fresno that he was actually born with
Crazy.
extra fingers on both sides of his hands. So that
Who
that-
was?
the other potential dad.
Now that is an incredible coincidence.
What the fuck? What's the chances? See, like I said, I've only met in my whole life probably like 2 people with that extra pinky. What's the chances of her having sex with 2 different guys that have that same thing in their bloodline? What? That's crazy.
I didn't know that either until we took the trip and we were talking about everything.
So what are your hopes, Miss Yancey? What are you thinking? What do you want from this?
My hopes is for Maurice to be the father of my child. Those are my hopes.
Yeah, she has this other man that she's saying is the father, and she's still sending him pictures. Why?
And why are you crying, Miss Yancey? What?
I'm just emotional. It's just annoying that he just feels like, oh, it's so negative on my end. It's all this negative. He's done stuff too. He's made.
But what I've done didn't bring a child in our
It
relationship.
doesn't matter.
We're not.
It doesn't matter.
My mistakes
You
didn't bring us here today.
You didn't bring a child. You're right. You didn't. But there was plenty of.
You see, you can't even get the words out. That's because you're about to say you're about to talk out of your ass. That's what you're about to do. Because how you mean it doesn't matter? Of course it matters. You brought a whole child in the outside of the relationship, and that is gonna corrupt you guys' whole relationship from this point forward. How you mean it doesn't matter? Whatever else I did was not that significant compared to bringing a whole life into the world. Like, what? Is that even something you have to explain to somebody?
Ulterior motive that you had to get back at me for stupid stuff. So it's okay. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm just here to get them DNA results so I can have closure and move forward. Whatever you're gonna do, that's fine. If that's what you want to do, that's fine.
What are you going to do, Mr. Thomas? I mean, have you thought about what you're going to do if you're not the biological
If
father?
I'm not the biological father, then I'm gonna step away and let her continue to put the other man in Kahari's life so he could be his father, like she wants, because he wants to be the father also.
So you're saying if the baby's not your biological child, you're done with the whole relationship?
In a way, yes.
He's saying that.
In a way. See, now we back to loosey-goosey, which didn't get us anywhere in the first place.
Well, yes, because I don't want to be sitting around just being a stepdad while I'm raising a kid.
That's crazy because you've been a stepdad for almost 5 years.
And
to all
5
my
years, I'm
other
tired of being a
kids.
stepdad.
You're tired of being a stepdad? Well, then you need to figure it out. It's deeper than this. You need to figure it out regardless.
I'm going to say this, Miss Yancey. Better him say this now than convince you that everything is perfect, only to every other day bring up, or every time your child's father have to come pick him up, it be an issue.
Right.
So now we know where we are. Let's find out where we're going. Jerome, I'm ready for the results.
I like what she did there. That was
These
a nice
results were
fucking
prepared
transition.
by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Yancey versus Thomas, If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. When it comes to 7-month-old Kahari Thomas, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Thomas, you are not the father. I'm very sorry.
It's okay, Your Honor. It's all right.
I looked at that baby and I kind of knew it wasn't his baby. The nose just gave it away. Like, the nose always gives it away. From my little experience watching these videos and doing my edits and whatnot, I personally been paying attention to the nose. And, like, it's been a very good indicator so far. I'm not gonna lie.
I still love her and I still love him at the end of the day. But if she wants to build a father-son relationship with Kahari and the other man, then I feel like there's no need for me to try to build a strong relationship with him.
Well, that's not true. Now, see, listen, I support you in your truth.
No, I disagree with you, Judge. No. That is 100% correct. The child does not need to have two fathers. That's confusing the child. Let's get that out. Rub that out. Just rub. Stop it. Like, what type of modern day family are we? What are we doing?
But I'm not gonna let you tell yourself a lie. It's not that you don't have a place just because you're not the biological father. A child can't have too much love. And you've done something beautiful for this child, that you've ushered this child in the world with love and acceptance, even when you weren't sure. That's a good thing. That's a blessing. So now we've got to figure out how we manage all of these circumstances that you both brought into play. Right?
Correct.
So from here on out, we got to change that. I want you to go talk to Dr. Jeff. I want you to take advantage of the counseling and the resources we have for you, because Kahari is going to need you all to be able to set some.
Yeah, I don't believe in what she's just saying right now. I honestly do not think that makes sense. Yeah, a child cannot have too much love. That's a given. It takes a village. That's one thing every parent should always keep in mind. Like, it's not just about the immediate family, It takes a whole village to raise a child. However, you don't want your child to grow up having multiple men in his life, confusing him, trying to play a daddy role. Because then when that child gets to, like, I want to say high school, and they really start to understand what's going on, there's going to be problems. In most cases, there's going to be problems. Even when the two dads are not around, even when it's just the stepdad around, once the kid gets to, like, high school and they really understand what's going on, they're going to start to act out and feel weird and start to rebel, because they're going to feel like, this is not my real dad. I can say that because I had a lot of people that I went to school with that didn't have their biological dad in their life, and this was their exact reaction. They always had problems with their stepdad. It was never a smooth thing, ever. Well, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you didn't subscribe yet, and yeah, I'm out of here.